Garrett Kaalund, USC sprinter, 22 years old. College track had been waiting for this. For decades, nobody had achieved it. Nobody had crossed that line. But on March 14, 2026, everything changed. He stepped onto the track as a favorite. He left as a legend. What happened in those 200 meters changed collegiate track forever. Let's find out what just happened. Garrett Kaland was born on January 25, 2004, in Georgia. But his story truly began in San Antonio, Texas, where he moved as a child and became a standout at Antonian College Preparatory High School. His mother, Ann Kaland, signed him up for track because of his energetic nature. He did not decide to run collegiately until his junior year of high school. But when he did, he went all in. At Antonian College Preparatory High School in San Antonio, Kaland won the Texan South Region titles in the 200 meters and 400 meters in May 2022. He set school records in the 100, 200, and 400 meters. He was a member of his school's record-setting 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay teams. He was named Athlete of the Year at his school. He was the fastest recruit in Texas that year. College programs wanted him badly. His high school personal best showed his potential: 10.51 in the 100 meters, 20.66 in the 200 meters, and 46.88 in the 400 meters. Kaland chose the University of Nebraska. He arrived in 2023 and immediately made an impact. As a freshman, he ran 20.65 in the 200 meters, showing rapid improvement. His trajectory was steep. As a sophomore in 2024, he lowered his personal best to 20.25. He earned second-team outdoor All-America honors at the NCAA championships, but Nebraska was not where his story would reach its peak. In August 2024, USC hired Brenton Emanuel as an assistant coach for sprints and hurdles. Emanuel had been Kaland's coach at Nebraska. Kaland followed him. He transferred to USC at the beginning of the 2025 season. The move changed everything. Kaland said that when he came to USC, he felt the confidence of the athletes around him. They believed in themselves. That belief became contagious. Now, more times than not, I'm going to be more confident in what I say or the goals that I want to try and produce, Kaalund said. Emanuel worked with Kaalund on his start out of the blocks. We already knew that the latter half of my race is always going to be really good, Kaalund explained. I would always fall behind out the blocks. I would always have to claw my way back. After countless hours refining his motion, Kaalund finally had a complete race. His start was no longer holding him back. In March 2025, his first year at USC, Kaalund helped the Trojans win the overall NCAA Indoor Championships team title. It was USC's first team title in 53 years. Kaalund opened his 2026 indoor season with a bang. On February 6th, he ran 20.12 in the 200 meters in New Mexico, breaking the USC school record that had stood since 2015 when Olympic champion Andre DeGrasse set it. This was a massive statement. DeGrasse had run for Canada at multiple Olympics. Now, a college kid at USC was faster. 2 weeks later, at the Big Ten Indoor Championships in Indianapolis, Kaalund lowered his time again. He ran 20.06 seconds. This was the third fastest time in indoor history and set a new Big Ten meet record. At this point, he was the world leader in the 200 meters for 2026. But Kaalund was not satisfied. His high school coach had spotted his talent early. At Antonian College Prep, Kaland had run 20.66 in the 200 meters as a prep athlete. That was fast for a teenager. But nobody predicted what was coming at USC. The combination of elite coaching from Emanuel, elite facilities at USC, and Kaaland's work ethic created the perfect storm. In his 2025 outdoor season at USC, Kaalund finished third in the 200 meters at the NCAA Outdoor Championships in Eugene, Oregon, with a time of 19.96. That third-place finish showed he could compete with the best in the world even as a junior. His goal for 2026 indoors was clear: win it all. His goal was simple. He wanted to win a national title. "The only goal is to win," he said. "Being able to compete against the best and winning fast times are bound to follow." Emanuel said Kaalund entered the season with one target: winning a national title. He had an opportunity to turn pro last year, but he came back because he felt the job wasn't finished, Emanuel explained. He wants to get as many national titles as possible. March 14th, 2026 arrived. The NCAA Division I indoor track and field championships were held at the Randall Tyson Track Center at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Kaland was the top-seeded favorite in the 200 meters. His competition included Arkansas's Jelani Watkins, the number 2 seed, with a personal best of 20.28. Watkins was fast, but Kaalund was faster. But something was different about his mindset that day. Garrett has that nervous mentality before a meet, Emanuel said. He's moving back and forth and pacing before a race, but when that gun goes off, he's a different person. It's like he puts on a cape and he's gone. He hates to lose. The men's 200-meter final was the final individual race of the day. The crowd was ready. The track was fast. The moment had arrived. Kaalund stepped into his starting blocks. He took his position. The gun fired. He exploded off the blocks. His start was perfect. He hit the curve with power. He came off the second curve flying down the straightaway. His legs pumped. His form was flawless. He crossed the finish line in 19.95 seconds. The crowd roared. The place erupted. He had done it. He had become the first collegiate athlete ever to break 20 seconds indoors. His time shattered the previous NCAA and American record of 20.02, which had stood since 2018 when Elijah Hall set it. It also broke the facility record of 20.10, which had been held by Wallace Spearman since 2005. But the most stunning part? He finished ahead of the entire field by a huge margin of 0.22 seconds. The second-place finisher, Wanya McCoy of Florida, ran 20.17. Kaalund was not just better, he was dominant. His 19.95 made him the second fastest sprinter in world indoor history. Only one person had ever run faster: Frank Fredericks of Namibia. In February 1996, Fredericks ran 19.92 in Liévin, France. That record had stood for 30 years. Kaalund came within 0.03 seconds of breaking it. Think about that. In 3 decades, nobody had been closer to that world record than Garrett Kaalund. He did it as a college student. He did it indoors. He did it in his second year at USC. Kaalund's achievement was historic in another way. He now owns 2 of the 3 fastest times in NCAA history. His 19.95 is first. His earlier time of 20.05 is tied for third. No other collegiate sprinter in history has ever occupied that space at the very top. He became only the second man ever to run under 20 seconds indoors. Fredericks was the first. Kaalund joined him 3 decades later.